So that was pretty wild. But anyways, like for me, it's mainly been like the fact, like thing I talk about in the WhatsApp group, like having a reason to go talk to a girl.
Mhm.
Like for me, the only times I've been able to were because she was really like looking at me and smiling at me, or the other time that one girl was on her phone, or like the first time I ever approached somebody, she was just standing at like a bus stop. So it was like it was kind of
Yeah.
easy. Like I had a like there were no spectators and everything. So
Mhm.
yeah, for me, it's mainly I think confidence issue, like walking up to people, and then I also just get stuck at like this point where I can tell that they're attracted to me, I guess, but I don't feel like they're attracted to me enough for me to make like the like to really announce it, I guess, because up to then it could still be played off as like friendly.
All right, so let's
So
talk
yeah.
about, I'm actually curious about that. Let's talk about that. So not attracted enough. Like, can you give me an
Mhm.
example?
Well, it was like I explained to you, like at that party with my friend where I was like basically glued to that girl. Like,
Mhm.
I mean, it's not that obvious to everyone else what's happening, but like to go like a step further, like to like I don't know what I do, but like I said back then, I think I was thinking of like putting my hand on her leg, like something like that, maybe just to show like a little bit more initiative. But like that felt like too far, too much. Like that really announced like, okay, it's happening. Like at least in my head.
Gotcha. Okay. So like with that girl specifically, like how were you talking to her like the whole night, and or were you just like
Um,
close in proximity? Like what was the interaction like?
well, at first she was across the room, so like then we were just like we were playing like this drinking game and everything with everyone. But at some point, like because people are going to the toilet and stuff like that, the room started shifting around, and at some point she got sat next to me, and well, because I liked her, I was talking to her more, and I was just like really giving like deep eye contact and stuff like that, like not in the creepy way, but like
Yeah.
if she was talking to me, I would like really pay attention to her and like listen to her and like smile at things she said and whatever. And well, I don't know, at some point I just noticed that like even if she got up or something, she would sit back next to me. And like for example, if the music was going and everybody was dancing and I kept sat, then she would keep sat as well. But then when I would stand up, she would stand up as well. Like she was basically copying what I was doing, kind of. So and she did keep sitting next to me. So
Mhm.
like to me and to others as well. Because like it was my friend that pointed it out. He was like, "Oh, you should do this." Like he was clearly seeing what was happening from like a third uh,
Mhm.
point of view. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So in those situations, dude, just don't be afraid to call it out. You're like following me around. Like literally just saying like, God, you're like a puppy dog. That's so cute. Like you could literally just say that, and like just breaking that like barrier of talking about
Mm,
it. Like,
yeah.
yeah, you got to grow the balls to do it, but you have to get over that because
Okay.
as soon as, I mean, and I'm being super serious, like as soon as you get to this point where you have the balls to call out what a girl's doing and say exactly what she's doing with just full
Mm-hmm.
conviction, like the whole world opens up. It
Mm,
becomes much more obvious that
yeah.
certain women are into you. They're much more comfortable being attracted to you. They're not worried. Everything's out in the open. Like within 5 minutes of talking to a girl, you can be like, yeah, you like me, don't you? And when you're talking to her, it's like, she's like, oh, fuck. How does he know? How does he know I like him? What the fuck? Even if she isn't like sold yet, like saying it with confidence and saying it like you mean it, that's a really powerful skill to have because everyone's so scared. Like, especially when you're younger, like everyone's so scared to like admit what's going on,
Yeah.
you know? And that's
Yeah.
why older guys are more attractive. That's why guys
Mm,
that are more assertive are more attractive. It's like, because honestly, doing something, and you would think, especially like when you're younger, you would think that doing something physical to like solidify that we're together, like putting your arm around her or whatever, would be like the thing. But actually, I feel like now that I'm older, I'm realizing that just calling out what's happening, like saying what's happening, is way better. It's
Okay.
like way more powerful than like touching the
Mm.
girl. Cause for whatever reason, it's like, it's almost more ballsy to like say, like, hey, you like me, rather than like, just put your arm around her or whatever the fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Okay. But what if they like what if you just like completely misinterpret the situation and they just really don't?
I mean, then you just be like, you're a liar. Or I mean, you can just call her a liar. Or, you could you'd be like, oh, I guess I'm just like full of myself then.
Okay.
Like, all right.
But yeah. Like I don't know, like in my head, if I do that around like my friends, and if I do it too often, I'm now assuming that then they would think I'm like this fucking asshole who just thinks everybody's
Yeah,
into
maybe you are, bro.
bro. Okay. Okay.
Maybe that's okay. Like, yeah, girls like me, like
Yeah.
whatever. And I mean that's only happening like what, like once a week or once every couple weeks or whatever.
Yeah,
Um,
okay. I guess, yeah.
like in that party situation. Like obviously it's like this girl's like following you around, and even when your friend is saying something, so it's like in that situation, it's like you just turn to her, even if no one can really hear, it's like, God, you like me, don't you?
Mm,
Or like, go up to one of her friends and be like, I think she's in love with me, and like say it so that the girl you're talking to can like hear it, and she's like, oh, what? No, I'm not. Blah blah blah. Like anything to cause some drama
okay.
is good.
Okay. I mean, I think that's something I've been noticing kind of about like I've been checking out the audio recordings in like the bonus section a little bit.
Mhm.
Um, and at some point I thought like, why is it only audio recordings? And then it kind of like hit me. Like I feel like your program is like way more focused on like what you're actually saying, stuff like that,
Mhm.
than maybe doing and stuff. While I feel like a lot of the other ones are more on like, oh, the touching and everything. While what you said as well,
Yeah.
to me, it makes a lot more sense. And it's also like, on the one hand, it takes more balls, I guess, to like
Yeah.
just say it out loud. But on the other hand, you're probably not gonna like really like if you just put your arm around a girl or something and you completely misinterpret the situation, that can really be like,
Yeah.
you
Hey, like, what the
but
fuck?
yeah, but if you say it, then exactly they just say like no, not at all, or maybe they look a little bit disgusted, and then you're like you can just play it off, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.